Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Nav from the HeyGen team, excited to walk you through this week's product demo. Before we jump into the product, I'm going to kick things off with a couple of slides for those of you who are new and joining us for the first time or new to HeyGen to walk you and give you a bit of an overview about our platform. So we're going to kick things off, and I'm going to share a little bit of an overview, and then we're going to jump right into the product to take a look at some of the new features we just announced, particularly if you saw some of the posts on X about Avatar 4. We'll be giving you a quick demo today to show you how you can generate your own. So to kick things off, HeyGen is a platform that's here to make visual storytelling accessible to all. For our agenda today, we're going to dive a little bit into the different components of HeyGen's platform, talk a little bit about the product experience, some different use cases that customers leverage HeyGen for, and then we're going to jump right in to create an avatar video and explore more components of the platform. So HeyGen is the leading AI-powered platform that enables businesses to create, translate, and transform their content faster and more reliably than ever before. What we're really solving for here is, one component is text to speech, another could be video translation, and then, the final one we'll touch upon but won't go too deep into for today's demo is our interactive avatar technology, which really allows for a two-way video experience connected to an LLM where you can actually engage and have a conversation with an avatar. So just to set the stage, what is HeyGen solving for? So the old way of producing video content involved scripting, casting, scouting, production, post-production, and then localization and reshoots. Now with HeyGen, we're allowing you to go from a script to generating a video. So we're making the time to video creation much faster with our AI video generation platform. So what this means for creators, individuals, businesses, really anyone who's trying to tell a visual story is faster production times, global reach, scalability, and cost savings. So there's an immense amount of value, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the fastest ways to get started if you're on your AI video creation journey. Just a quick housekeeping item. If you're joining us from a stream, you can go to community.heygen.com to submit your questions in our chat. You'll see the Q&A toggle in the top right corner if you join the event, and I'll be saving some time at the end of this demo to go and answer questions from folks as you're submitting them. So be sure to leverage that, and we'll touch and cover as many questions as we can by the end of our session today. So a quick overview of HeyGen's product platform. We help facilitate custom avatar creation, and we're going to talk about the different ways in which we do that. I'll talk a little bit about what it used to be, and then we're really going to jump into the latest technology, Avatar 4, which I'm really excited to share with you today. We'll talk a little bit about our AI editing studio, how to translate videos in the platform, and then I'll show you where to find our interactive avatars in our labs within the HeyGen platform. So you can see here an example of my colleague Allison's avatar in our new text editor. We make it really easy, like editing a PowerPoint, to be able to generate a video and give creators a lot of control here. So we'll cover some, but probably not all the components of our platform, and I'll show you where to find more resources within our community to help fulfill your visual storytelling journey. So in our community, you'll find references, tutorials, different certifications, other webinars and office hours. Like for our API product, we won't go too deep into the API use case today, but it really allows for scaling your video creation, creating personalized videos, and really programmatically generating videos at scale. We offered a lot of workshops and meetups all around the world. You can find more of those and meet with other folks on their visual storytelling journey. It's very new, and there's a lot of learnings we get from each other as we look for different ways to push this platform to its limits. So be sure to check out community.heygen.com. You'll be able to submit your questions to sessions like this one, and I'll be sure to answer them, and find a ton of resources or forums, guides, training videos on how to get even more value out of HeyGen's platform. So HeyGen avatars overview, really these are some of the previous means of avatars. So if you're joining us and already somewhat familiar with HeyGen, you might be aware of the hyper-realistic avatar, which is trained on a 2-minute set of video footage. We also used to have custom photo avatars that would be trained on 10 to 15 photos, and we also allow you to generate an avatar via prompt. But what I'm excited to show you today is really the latest technology, which goes from one photo to video, and that's Avatar 4. So we'll start there because that's one of the quickest ways to experience the magic of HeyGen, particularly when you're new to the platform and just getting started. So some use cases for AI video I wanted to talk about. Folks tend to use this through different stages of life cycle content. Video can help solve for top of funnel awareness in examples like video ads, social media content. How to explainers might be more consideration stage video content, and then decision stage video content might be more around on demand webinar translations, how to go really deep into product explainer videos. So our platform really covers different aspects of the video creation needs that a creator, a brand, or an individual might need to help fulfill. So we'll share a couple of use cases, and then I'm going to jump right into the platform. So here's one that I like to call out. Trivago actually uses HeyGen to localize their ads to reach a global audience. And the value that they're seeing here is really in production time reduction. So they're able to reach new geos, new markets, and you can check out some of the example ad videos at heygen.com under our customer stories. But you're able to quickly take a feature that you've produced in English, translate it to French, to Spanish, to Portuguese. HeyGen supports 170 plus different languages and locales, and we make it really easy for brands and individuals to translate their content to reach new audiences and new markets. Sibelco is, one of the L&D teams I like to highlight. Another example is Komatsu, and you can actually find a recorded webinar with their team in our community. Different brands like Sibelco are using HeyGen to really simplify, their training content. And when, requirements change, it makes it much simpler to go back to edit your script, generate a new video, and quickly refresh your content. So Sibelco, for example, now is saving, over $1,000 per minute of video. So they're able to compare their old way of filming and producing this content to, the AI first way, leveraging HeyGen, and seeing tremendous value as a result of this. Finally, I like to share the example of Tomorrow.io. They use HeyGen to scale their executive comms. So they have an avatar of their CMO, Dan, and they're able to use this to create much more content that they would have been able to previously without requiring Dan to be in front of a camera all of the time. Once you have a really great avatar that you like, and today I'm really excited to show you, but you can do something similar with just one photo now. We make it really easy to create videos and scale your content based on your business needs or goals. So with that, I'm going to kind of jump right into the platform. And before I do, I want to give you kind of a quick overview of what we're going to look at in just a moment. We have released Avatar 4, which, unlike the old ways of creating an avatar or avatar video, this is basically an image to video tool. So instead of needing multiple photos or multiple training videos, we can take just one photo, and you can even AI generate a photo, and I'll show you exactly how, to bring it to life with a script and make a video. So here's a couple of examples that I wanted to just show you, what's possible that wasn't previously before. We're able to animate animals, we're able to animate people just from a single photo image. So here's just a very quick example.
You can finally make me talk? Oh, wow, I have so much to say.
That is really fun way to unlock a new way of storytelling. We can even take cartoon style images, Pixar style images. So there's a lot of flexibility in what HeyGen allows you to do here. And, some folks have even tried this out with art, with sketches, and
Your voice is more than a sound. It's a story.
it's really powerful technology and very, very new. So we're offering essentially a very limited look at this. When you log into HeyGen for the first time, you can go to heygen.com and sign up for free. The free plan is a little bit limited, but it gives you a taste of what the platform offers. I would say, as folks kind of test this out and want to go a little bit deeper, they often start with a creator or a team plan based on what you're trying to do. The team plan now comes with our proofread technology. So it's really great for when you're starting to collaborate with multiple people and you're trying to translate your content. Creator plans have a 30-minute video limit. So it's great for, to continue testing, just getting started. Now, when you log into your dashboard, you'll see photo to video with Avatar 4 in your home hub as a new tile. And we make this very easy to get started. This is probably one of the fastest ways to generate your first avatar video. All you need to do is upload a photo, type in a script, and select a voice. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. If you don't have a photo handy, but you have a ChatGPT account, you can generate a photo like I did over here. So I created this right before this demo, and I've just downloaded this. And what we're going to do is use this photo to create a very quick video. So this was fully AI generated just from ChatGPT. I'm going to type a very quick script. Excited to welcome you to today's HeyGen product demo covering our new avatar for technology. You can select a voice, either one that you already have. You can create a new voice, or you can choose one of the pre-existing ones from HeyGen's library. For this demo, I'm going to go ahead and just select this voice, Theo, hit generate the video. You can choose between landscape, portrait options. I'm going to go ahead and get that kicked off. Another example that is pretty novel to HeyGen's use case here. Let's say you want to make your LinkedIn profile photo talk. It's one of the better photos you have of yourself. You can actually do the same thing with that. What I've done is gone ahead and grabbed my own LinkedIn photo. I am going to go ahead and upload it here, and you'll be able to see in just a second what HeyGen lets you do. So this time I'm just going to use a quick sample script. And we'll use this one. And I'm going to go ahead and select my voice just to give you a sense of what this allows you to do. So it's really as simple as that. You'll hit generate a video. In just a couple of moments, your video will be ready to preview. So as we wait for that to get ready, and actually you can see here that the first one is already complete. I'm going to go ahead and play that now.
20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do.
So this is pretty novel. This is a fully AI generated image that we've now made come to life with Avatar 4 technology. And the thing that's really unique about Avatar 4 is the audio or the voice is really what's powering, how the character moves and syncs with every word that you provide. So it's an audio driven model and a little bit different from what you've experienced previously. With that, I want to kind of talk through a couple of different use cases. If you're getting started and, let's say you've already experimented with Avatar 4 and want to jump into the platform, you can go ahead and create your avatar from our avatars tab, and we can also do it from videos. But HeyGen also offers, a library of different public avatars that are available for your video creation needs. We have a couple of different categorizations that you can see here, including UGC style avatars, community submitted avatars that others have created. They'll often have different tags that you can see on the bottom left corner of the avatar preview, but you can select any of these to get started or create your own. And if you're creating your new avatar, we provide some instructions. You can start with some video footage. You can create a custom photo avatar. Very soon, we're going to be, incorporating Avatar 4 into all of these different areas, but more to come there. For today, I have a couple of examples of hyper-realistic avatars, but one thing that I'll call out is you can also see these studio avatars in my space. These are an enterprise feature for HeyGen. So what this really entails is, going to a studio setting, getting film behind a green screen, and then basically we're chroma keying out the backgrounds. That way you can leverage this in different ways. But the other thing that I'll call out is each avatar slot is really essentially an identity, and you can create multiple different looks for an avatar. So for example, you can create up to 300 different looks. They can involve photo looks, they can involve video looks, they can also be AI generated looks, like you see some of these ones with Warriors jersey here. We make this really, really simple to do. You can also select from our different look packs if there's a specific look and feel that you see presented that you're trying to emulate, but you can also generate them with a prompt. So what we let you do is, you can do product placement. You can choose if it's an upper body, face, or full body avatar, and you can even pick the different style of avatar that you'd like to generate. So if I wanted to generate myself as a Pixar style one, It's pretty simple to just use a prompt and create one on the fly to help create your stories. So once you have an avatar, if you want to get started with one of our public avatars, you're going to go ahead and hit create video. And we give you a couple of different option paths for getting started. Video translation is more for translating an existing video or YouTube link that you might have. We'll jump into that in just a couple of moments, but I'm going to get started by hitting create avatar video. And you'll see here, we give you a couple of different means for getting started. We've covered a few of them in previous demos, like PDF to video, PowerPoint to video. Today, I'm going to just generate a quick script using HeyGen. So introducing HeyGen platform for a weekly demo. We'll make this professional tone. Helping on our mission of making visual storytelling accessible. So we're going to use AI here to basically generate a script. And what this is going to do is plan out our different scenes. You can hit create video, and this will drop you right into our AI Studio editor. So you can see here that it's dropped us in with any one of my favorite public avatars. It'll have any selected as an avatar, but if you'd like to swap this out to another one or one of your own, you can very easily hit replace an avatar, and you can drop your own in if you'd like to do so. So it's really as simple as that. There's a couple of different features that I'll kind of call out here. So you can come in and update your video title. You can select a brand kit or a brand voice for this particular video that you're working on. What a brand kit lets you do is, you can do things like shuffle colors to make sure that, the look and feel of your video is matching your brand experience. You can add logos, you can update fonts, you can add images and videos that you can use for your video creation. So we make it really, really simple to just get started. And what we also let you do is pick a voice. So I'm going to go to my voices, but you can also create a brand new voice, and you can do this just from a prompt. So if you wanted to do that, you can do test voice, a warm sounding deep voice of a presenter male for HeyGen's product demo. So I can do something like this to generate a custom voice. Now, this would not be my own voice. This is going to be AI generated. We also let you bring in third-party voices. So let's say you already have an 11 Labs Pro account. Here you can test out.
Hi, I am a generated voice.
Hi, I am a generated voice, and this is how I sound. This is a quick demonstration.
Hi.
Hi, I am a generated voice, and this is how I sound. This is a quick demonstration of my vocal abilities. Please select me as your new voice.
Select the voice, and it will now be incorporated into your scene. So we make this pretty simple to just get started. There's a couple of other things that I'll call out here. Let's say, I want to replace this avatar. If you've generated a hyper-realistic avatar previously and it has a background, HeyGen actually gives you a lot of flexibility in being able to customize that. So here you can see, I have a background. I filmed this at home. We can use our background remover effect, and with the AI matting, HeyGen actually does the heavy lifting of removing that if you don't already have a studio avatar to start, for example, or don't want to get started with an enterprise plan. This is a very quick and easy way to start to experiment and test with different components of the platform. So it's really as simple as that. You can animate the avatar, so I can add a transition at the start of scene. I can also time it at different components of where in the scene we want this to happen. So we can move the fade in or up. It's really as easy as that. HeyGen is a very powerful platform for just getting started when you're on your video creation and storytelling journey. So other aspects, you can, add videos, you can add images. You will be able to add music to the new editor soon. That's something that's work in progress with the new editor right now. You can add different text elements. You can even add captions in the new editor. So we make this very simple to get started. So now I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick preview. The one thing that I'll call out is the lip sync does not run until you hit generate video, but you can preview to hear the audio. You can see different elements of the video on the canvas itself.
Welcome to our weekly live demo of the HeyGen platform. Today we'll explore how our innovative tools empower users to create compelling visual.
But let's say I don't really like how that voice is sounding. So the other thing that's pretty powerful that HeyGen lets you do is we have this feature called Voice Director. So you can basically use this to mirror your voice. What I can do is now record that, and it'll have my enunciations in the voice we just chose. Welcome to our weekly live demo of the HeyGen platform. Today, we'll explore how our innovative tools empower users to create compelling visual stories with ease. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Add Audio. And in just a second, you'll be able to hear that now it'll match the inflections and enunciations when you have voice mirroring selected. We'll give this just a second.
Welcome to our weekly live demo of the HeyGen platform. Today we'll explore how our innovative tools empower users to
really as easy as that, essentially. And now if you were to change this voice out, you would have the same voice mirroring apply to, for example, the new custom voice that we just created. So I'm going to go back to this and select my test voice. And what we can do here is preview this again. Give me 1 second.
Welcome to our weekly live demo of the HeyGen platform. Today we'll explore how our innovative tools empower users to create compelling visual stories with ease.
So now you can see that custom voice that we just generated is matching the inflections of the one that I recorded right now. So really powerful platform, and we'll talk a little bit more about different ways you can collaborate within it. If you sign up for a team plan or on an enterprise plan, you can leave comments for different team members. I can, for example, say, hey, Justin, check this out. And Justin would get a notification to this comment that I've just produced. So that's a little bit about our AI editing studio. There's a lot more that you can do that we're not going to cover right now. But I also want to spend a few moments just talking about our video translation product here as well. So for video translation, it's really as simple as either using a video URL or uploading a video file that you already have. We let you select a brand voice, and I have a few that I've created here already. What this brand voice lets you do is to basically ensure that certain things that are important to your brand, like let's say HeyGen has to be pronounced a certain way, are consistent throughout the video that you're translating. So we're going to go ahead and select a brand voice. Then we're going to go ahead and you can either create a new translation if you want HeyGen to just translate this automatically. If you were to do that, when you hit create new translation, we can auto detect the language of your video. You can choose the target language of your video. Let's say I want to translate this to Spanish. You can auto detect number of speakers. Again, you can choose your brand voice. And here we give you a couple of different options. So dynamic duration, because some phrases might be a different number of words in different languages. Basically, we can stretch or shorten different segments of your video to improve the translation and audio quality if you have this selected. If you want it to just be the exact same amount of time and length, you may want to leverage Proofread to make sure that you're phrasing things appropriately for the particular segments. If you have a creator plan or greater, you can also include captions. We also have a couple of different options that you can check out here. On team plan and above, you can use the original video specs, remove background music, or enhance voice. So we're going to go ahead and submit this for translation, but I've actually gone ahead and already created a couple of examples that we can look at today. So a few other things that I'll call out here is, HeyGen can also let you send personalized videos at scale, but this is more of an API feature than it is a web platform feature. So join us for API office hours, and we can walk you through how to do that with our templates API. Here, we'll probably just take a quick look at one of the proofreads that I generated previously. So what Proofread lets you do is edit specific segments of a video for translation. So here, for example, we can take a quick look at this preview of the video, and you can see the original versus the preview. Here's
direct your attention to the video screen.
Thank you and welcome to all the graduates, their families, their friends.
So this is Reed Hastings at the Stanford commencement speech. I wanted to hear him say this speech in Spanish. So, we've generated a proofread here, which takes a few moments once you submit your video to actually finish rendering and complete. Here, you can see when I hit play,
COVID. Gracias y bienvenidos a todos los graduados, sus familias, sus amigos, el profesorado y el personal.
So you'll see that it's lip synced and dubbed to match basically this particular segment. If you wanted to pronounce something a slightly different way, you can highlight the word and choose pronunciation. So if I wanted to say COVID like this, I can go ahead and add that as a pronunciation. You can hover over it and you'll see exactly how it was set. And then this gets added to your brand voice here as well. So this is another way we make it really easy. If you have multiple speakers, we'll auto detect them. You can choose who's speaking in which segment or if they're off screen. So we give you a lot of flexibility here to go and take your content and translate it and scale your video production to reach new markets and audiences who you may not have been able to engage before. So I won't go too into depth here, but our enterprise plans also come with a Proofreader marketplace. So if you're very serious about scaling your brand's video translation needs, we also don't restrict video length on enterprise plans. But if you're just getting started, want to test out if this is right for you or your business, a team plan is probably sufficient to just test things out. There is a video length limit, but that's maybe the only nuance. The underlying platform and technology is very similar. So that's a little bit about video translation. Finally, I want to call out just integrations and labs before jumping over and taking any questions that have been coming through. So under the integrations, you'll be able to find some of our different ecosystem partners like HubSpot, which might be another way if you are not as equipped with APIs to really scale your personalized video creation. We also connect with Zapier, Make.com, and Clay, which are another great ways to basically help scale your video creation to reach new audiences, because these platforms are pretty interconnected to a lot of marketing automation systems that are out there. So there's more that you can check out, but I also wanted to spend a moment just calling out our labs area for some of our experimental products. You'll be able to test out our URL to video or instant highlights and video podcasts, but our most exciting one for me is probably our interactive avatar, which we alluded to earlier. So this is a technical product, which is why I don't want to cover it too in depth on the demo today. We do have examples that you can chat and engage with for a couple of different use cases that we've created as demos here. So for example, if you want to chat with my colleague, Alec, our AI sales representative, you can go into the labs product, hit chat with Alec, and you can basically create a new session to do just that. So this lets me talk and engage with an avatar video. And
hey, I'm Alec, the HeyGen AI sales rep. What's your name and how can I assist you?
Hey, Alec, I'm Nav, and I am interested in HeyGen's plans and pricing for interactive avatar. And you can engage with a chat experience or an audio experience. And this is connected to our knowledge base on the back end, but you can connect this to any of the LLMs
Sure.
you're already using. So
HeyGen offers a team plan for $89 per month, $69 when paid annually, allowing you to create one custom interactive avatar. If you need more, the enterprise plan offers 3 avatars.
So this is connected to our knowledge base. You can customize your own knowledge base or take a look at some of the example ones that we've provided here to build your own unique experience. So with that, I'm actually going to jump over to our Q&A section to see if I can answer any chats. So first question is from Siddhi, is HeyGen for enterprises or creators? Well, Siddhi, it's actually for both. HeyGen has, over 85,000 customers spanning the Fortune 100 to AI artists, individuals who are just trying to tell their story, reach new markets, new audiences. So, unlike some of the other offerings out there, HeyGen is, I'd say a pretty broad platform in who we serve and who we cover. Really anyone who's on a mission to tell a visual story. Really, that's who we're building this platform for. Johannes, we had a quick question on what is the max length of a video. Johannes, this kind of depends on the plan that you're on. So enterprise plans don't have any video length or restriction, but they're much more expensive. What a lot of folks do that are just early on in their video creation journey is get started with a creator plan, get started with a team plan. I believe those plans have a 30-minute length per video that you're producing, but If you need something longer than that and it's a one-off use case, you may want to stitch that together outside of the platform. But otherwise, they cover most of the same functionality. When it comes to avatar videos, it really comes down to the training footage, and we have more guides and resources in our community that help cover how to get a very high quality avatar to use for your video production. Next question is, when will users get more generation time for Avatar 4? The pricing indicates the user gets 5 minutes a month. This is coming from ChatBuddy. ChatBuddy, stay tuned. This is just essentially a preview of the new avatar generation model. We will be, rolling this out more broadly, and you can expect to be able to leverage this for more than 5 minutes over time. Right now, we just released this and are quickly integrating this, but stay tuned. We'll have more to share there as we make that more widely available. Siddhi had another question. How do I ensure brand consistency? So that's kind of where the brand hub really comes into play. If you are, let's say creating an enterprise team plan, you're able to then set up different workflow sort of protections around different brand assets. So like, let's say you have an avatar of the CEO, you can password protect that. You can restrict who within your space has access to that. Our enterprise plans come with more granular controls, but all of our plans have, the same underlying security. We're SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, we're GDPR compliant. So we definitely ensure that, there's safety and consistency. And when you're creating an avatar video, for example, you will be required to record consent. So there's essentially a code with some consent numbers or key, essentially, if you will, which is what allows HeyGen to create the avatar in the first place. Anas has a question. Are you support any kind of enterprise solutions without this limitation in time and access via API? I don't know if I understand that question fully, but enterprise plans have fewer limitations. We're able to kind of come up with more customized offerings based on your business needs, but they're going to be a big jump up from the creator or team plans. So depending on how invested you are in building this out, they may or may not be right for just getting started. Generally, I recommend folks get started on a creator team plan. That'll give you a taste of what HeyGen is capable of. We also have self-serve API plans if you're just hoping to test things out. And then just like we had this product demo, we have API office hours also available in our community. So we're definitely here to support everyone on their video creation journeys. And how many minutes of 4K video can I make with a 50 gigabyte limit? So all of our plans, this question is coming from Julia, are unlimited now. So we don't actually have credit-based limits or anything as such. On our team plan, our creator plan, you can get unlimited video generation. So we're not really restricting you in too many ways for this. And on team plan or above, you can export videos in 4K. So you should be able to kind of accomplish this already, Julia, but you can always reach out to our support, contact@heygen.com if you're running into any friction points around this. Siddhi asks, is HeyGen mostly for enterprises like Synthesia? Do you have a lot of creators or agencies? I'm glad you asked, Siddhi. This is one of the things you can explore on our website. So check out our customer stories, but we also have an agency program where you can check out some of the different work agencies are doing with HeyGen. One of my favorite examples is this use case, that video Imagen used to send personalized videos to a Brazilian.
The Z Delivery offers 50% cashback of their club membership fees.
Come on, now you can't ignore this.
So that's all avatar video and avatar voice. This was made using HeyGen. You can find different examples. Agencies often push our platform to the limits, like the McDonald's ad that you saw, in terms of what's possible with AI video. So, I'm excited to share more on that, but really HeyGen is for everyone, not just enterprises, also for creators, for agencies, and we have a different agency offering as well, if that's something of interest. Next question, and I know we're just a bit over time, so I'll only take a couple more, but thank you everyone for joining. And yes, we do have certifications, Mark. If you go to community.heygen.com, you can find out more about them here, but you should be able to just go in and search certification and find some of the relevant materials that we have. So we have a different certification course that walks you through the basics of video creation. We also have an agency certification if you want to join our agency program. So we have much more formal training content and really would recommend everyone to join HeyGen's community. It's a great resource for getting started. You can find events, different interest groups, join meetups, IRL, and really help spur your video creation. And Can you show how to get the avatar in a circle that could be embedded onto a video? So Katie, that's pretty quick and easy in our platform. I'll do kind of a very, very quick demo of that just using the same avatar I showed you earlier. Basically, what you can do is select framing and just hit circle. So it's really as simple as that. I hope that answers your question. Finally, are there any other questions? I think that covers as many as I could for today's session. Be sure to check out our next demo for Creator Plan. We can create as many videos as we want. Single video could be 30 minutes max. Yes, Vibov, that's correct. Creator Plan has a 30-minute limit, but otherwise you're able to create as many videos as you like. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for today's session. If you have more questions, join us in community.heygen.com. Post your first video there and give me a tag or a shout. Excited to see what you create. Thanks again for joining us for this session, and I hope to see you all at our next one. You can find our next offerings at community.heygen.com under events. We have different types of videos and different types of meetups, both virtual and in person, to help you continue on your visual storytelling journey.